Growing up here, it's all you ever dream about, you know, it's like everybody wants to get married at some point, then you find out you're gay and you're not going to be able to get married, and then all of a sudden the government says you can get married, and we just had to do it.
My heart was broken. My heart was broken. Sorrow, 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 sorrow. My heart was broken. My heart was broken. You saw it. You claimed it, you touched it, you saved it, Matt.
I believe that sooner than we know it, any of us in this room will realise a gay couple walking down the aisle will become as familiar a part of Scottish life as a fish supper and a bottle of Iron Brew. I thought that would lose the Americans in the audience.
I, John.
Promise to love, honour and respect you, Lawrence.
Promise to love, honour and respect you, Lawrence.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer and for poorer.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
And upon this promise I will base our lives.
And upon this promise I will base our lives.
Thank you. And now you, Lawrence. I, Lawrence.
I, Lawrence.
Promise to love, honour and respect you, John.
Promise to love, honour and respect you, John.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
And upon this promise I will base our lives.
And upon this promise I will base our lives.
Thank you.
My heart was broken. You saw it, you claimed it, you touched it, you saved it. While
It is with great pleasure on this historic day to pronounce you registered civil partners.
sunshine on me, I'll thank him for his work and new birth and my birth. Yeah, 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 yeah,
These are two happy men who love each other, and today they pledge that love. They're going to share their life together. They're going to support one another till death.
It's really important that our government says to us, your relationship is valid. What you're about is valid. You are equal. Our relationship has been affirmed by the government for the first time. You know, Scotland and the government is saying, you guys are good, you guys are okay, you've got to be encouraged, you've got to be supported, you've got to be nurtured, just like any other relationship.
Good evening. Just as thousands of people do every year, they promise to love, honour and respect each other in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse.
John Maguire and Lauren Scott Mackay became the first couple in Scotland to exchange vows in what has been called a gay wedding, or to give it its official name, a civil partnership ceremony. Well, our chief reporter David Cowan was the only journalist at the event, and we can cross over to him now. David.
Over the centuries, Edinburgh Castle has witnessed many important developments in Scottish life, and today it saw another little bit of history. It's hosted first a blessing and then a champagne reception for two men who were celebrating their new status as Scotland's first registered civil partners. It was a wedding in all but name. Partners for almost 14 years, John Maguire and Lauren Scott Mackay publicly declared their commitment to each other and became the first gay couple in mainland Britain to register a civil partnership. The mood at the ceremony in Edinburgh was one of celebration for the couple and for the gay and lesbian community.
A gay couple walking down the aisle will become as familiar a part of Scottish life as a fish supper and a bottle of Iron Brew.
There was a message in the music, a man's a man for a' that, Rabbie Burns' plea for equality for all. The new law gives gay and lesbian couples the same legal status as heterosexual couples. They'll be regarded as next of kin and have rights over pensions and inheritance tax.
I, John, promise to love, honour and respect you, Lawrence.
When they signed the civil partnership schedule, they made legal and social history.
It gives me great pleasure on this historic day to pronounce you registered civil partners.
25 years ago we'd be locked up for even thinking about this, and look at us today. It's a huge change, a massive change.
And I think Burns for me summed it up because it was the power of ideas, and he brought new ideas to people to how to treat each other, and I hope that everyone will treat each other much better as we go into the future.
John and Lawrence are the first, but they certainly won't be the last. Another 140 couples are planning to register their partnerships in Scotland, almost 80 of them here in Edinburgh alone. Afterwards, the couple received a religious blessing in St Margaret's Chapel at the castle.
The main message of the Bible is love, and this fortifies their love, so it's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned.
Other ceremonies took place around the country. In Aberdeen, two Liberal Democrat councillors tied the knot. And for such a supposedly controversial issue, it was significant that both events passed without attracting a single protest. This has not been without controversy, of course. One of the biggest critics of all of this has been the Catholic Church in Scotland. Today it said it was saddened by the creation of civil partnerships. It said it believes they were mimicking marriage and sending out completely the wrong message to young people about family structure and sexual health. Well, like it or not, for better or for worse, this is now part of Scottish life. 4 couples signed on the dotted line here in Edinburgh today, and the celebrations will be going on long into the night. Back to you.
David Cowan, thank you.